Yeah.
But he's working, right?
Well, he hasn't earned that yet, but they pay him that, I guess.
Volleyball fans, the pot tickets are available out in the concourse. Winning ticket will be drawn after the second set of the varsity match. Also, you're being entertained by the sounds of the Varsity High School pep band under the direction of Wanda Dagan. Nice work, pep band. Student Council has the full concession available for you as well throughout the evening. Enjoy your time here at Tiger Center.
student director at Morris Area School. On behalf of Morris Area Chicago Tiger Athletics, I'd like to welcome you and your family to Tiger Center. A few reminders tonight for this event. All the bylaws and policies of the Minnesota State High School League will be followed. And also, please refrain from yelling at the players, the coaches, and the officials. Let's make this a positive experience for everybody tonight. And as you exit the Tiger Center, please pick up around you. Thank you. Have a great night. Go Tigers!
Good evening, volleyball fans, and welcome here to homecoming week at Tiger Center, the home of Tiger Volleyball. Tonight's contest features the visitors, the Minnewaska area Lakers. Taking on the home team on the scoreboard, your Morris area Chicago Tigers. Remember, good sportsmanship is the expectation here at Tiger Center. The athletic trainer for tonight's game is Mary Belmore. This service is being provided to the Tiger Athletics program at no cost, thanks to the generosity of the Stevens Community Medical Center right here in Morris. At this time, we would ask you all to please rise, remove your headgear, and address the flag as we honor our nation and all those who have fought for our freedoms with the playing of our national anthem by the Morris Area High School Pep Band under the direction of Miss Wanda Dagan. Officials for tonight's contest are Randy Wiener and Colleen Schmeezy. And now lineups for tonight's contest. Beginning with the visitor on the scoreboard, the Lakers from Minnewaska Area High School. Beginning tonight with the reserves.
At the Tigers Center as Tigers get ready to face Minnewaska Area. And let's go ahead and take a look at your starters for tonight's match. We'll begin with the Lakers of Minnewaska Area. Starting middle blocker, 5'10", is number 1, Brooklyn Larson. The setter is the 5'6", number 2, Haley Shea. Outside hitter, 5'6", number 5, Amanda Laurie. The right side hitter is 5'10", number 11, Maya Gugesberg. Outside hitter, 5'10", number 13, Addison Kath, and outside hitter, 5'9", number 14, Daisha Flory. The libero tonight is going to be the 5'6", number 3, Avery Fear. Head coaches Michelle Johnson, assistants Caleb Green, Carrie Nelson, and Jacqueline Skogland for the Lakers. Starting tonight for the Tigers is going to be the 5'8", senior number 3, Brianna Dibdahl. 5'8", sophomore number 5, Brianna Marty. 5'8", sophomore number 6, Kaylee Harstead. 5'10", senior number 7, Sydney Dietz. And the 5'6", senior number 13, Cam Osby. Libero is 5', senior number 2, Liv Labria. Head coach Leah Schrader, assistants Alyssa Holland and Chelsea Elleringer. If you haven't been to the Tigers Center, they got the new scoreboard up here, and they got a pretty cool production where they get all the kids involved in kind of a pregame hype video, if you will. You see it a lot at big-time college sporting events or maybe professional level. If you're an opposing player, you can't help but be a little bit jealous, I would think, wouldn't you? I'm jealous we didn't have that when I was in high school. It's pretty cool, and they got quite a production team. By the way, if you would like to tune in, we are hooked up to the Tiger stream tonight. You can find the link at their school site on their YouTube channel as well. So you can watch the action while tuning in here for this West Central Conference Showdown. This will be our first live look at Minnewaska area here tonight. I do get box score and stats from Coach Johnson after. I'll tell you this, Brooklyn Larson, she's going to be their #1 hitter here tonight, and Haley Shea is a heck of a setter. So those are a couple of players. And Avery Fair, their libero. Those are 3 players you really got to keep your eye on. For the Tigers, got to find a way to stop Larson at the net. For the Tigers, Cam Osby and Maddie Grove, they're big hitters. Brianna Marty does a little bit of everything, and Brianna Dibdahl, rather, and then Brianna Marty is kind of in the same way. They're both up there in kills, aces, and digs. Kind of have a couple of Swiss Army knives, and Sid Dietz's serving has been on point this year, so. Well, the assist department, Brianna Dibdahl is #1 at 100. Close behind with 86 is Whitney Brunn, so they can definitely mix it up there as well. Tigers have some options. And the Lakers tonight going to be wearing the white jersey tops with the green numbering and lettering. The black shorts. Tigers wearing the black jersey tops, white numbering, orange lettering, and the black shorts. We got the orange on the collar. Tigers, Lakers. First of 2 matches this year. The way the season's kind of going for these squads, it'd be unlikely that they would meet up in the postseason, even if they were each able to turn it around at this point, and you never know, but right now they're just jostling for position, and bottom 2 in the West Central Conference. Nobody wants to be in the basement, and they're trying to turn the season around a little bit. Tigers will be to my right and the Lakers to my left, and serving first for Morris area. Going to be Brianna Dibdahl, and we're underway from the Tiger Center here tonight. And the Lakers unable to return the volley. They send it into the net, and the Tigers will take an early 1-0 lead here in our first set of the night. Dibdahl serving once again. Tipped in the air. Over to the left side, dumped over the net by the Lakers. Played here by Marty. Dibdahl back to Marty on the attack, tips it off the net. And played right there by Fleury. Send a free ball over. It's going to be a point for the Lakers. And we're tied up at 1 apiece. Just dumped the ball over the net and right in front of LaBria. They're in the back row. So 1-1 our score. And Haley Shea serving. Dibdahl sets it on the outside. The attack and the kill coming from Kaylee Harstead. Harstead the kill, and Dibdahl with the assist that time. 2-1 Tigers. And we're going to get a point Got a violation on the Tigers here, so the Lakers going to get a free point there on the rotation. And we're tied up at 2 apiece. It's still going to be Haley Shea serving for Minnewaska. But she serves it long. It's going to be out and a point for the Tigers, and they take a 3-2 lead. Big student section on hand here for the Tigers. Of course, homecoming match. We've got a pause in the action. Not sure what the pause is. Got the referee talking to the scorers table over there. Tigers with the lead here, 3-2. And it's going to be Marty serving here as we get back to the action now. Return goes into the net. Lakers unable to return it, and Marty gets the point, and the Tigers take a 4-2 lead. Another serve is going to be an ace for Brianna Marty. Lakers unable to receive that. It's a 5-2 lead now. So Brianna Marty with a couple aces here for the Tigers. Lakers receive that one, set on the outside. The attack is dug out back row by Labria. Here's a set for Grove, and the attack is long. It's out of bounds. Point Lakers 5-3. Tigers with the 2-point advantage here in the first set. The set for Grove on the outside, and the attack again goes long for Maddie Grove, and it's a 5-4 match now. The Lakers get the point, pull within one. Serving for Minnewaska's Grace Zenk. Zenk serves again. Labria receives. Dibdall sets. Dietz on the attack. It's going to be dug out that time by Brooklyn Meyer. Now the free ball sent over by Minnewaska is going to be pushed too far out of bounds. Point for the Tigers, and it's 6-4. Our score. Tigers by 2. First set. Sid Dietz is serving. And now we get a point for the Tigers. Is violation on Minnewaska. Not lined up correctly. So 7-4. Tigers with a 3-point lead. Dietz serves. Played here by Larson. And tipped over the net. Point for the Tigers. Double hit on Minnewaska. 8-4 Morris area. Dietz serves again, line drive and an ace for Sydney Dietz. And the Tigers now leading 9-4. 4 straight for Morris Syria. Softer serve that time, and it's going to be another ace for Dietz. And with that, a timeout on the floor for Coach Johnson. 10-4 Tigers first set. We'll take one as well. Back in 1 minute. You're listening to 95.7 KKOK.
Families, if you have not paid for your yard sign, Brad is going to meet you in the parking lot by your car. Word to the wise, pay for
Tiger
your
Center
sign.
with Brett Miller.
Alrighty, thank you, Jason. Back here at the Tiger Center, 10-4 our score. Morris area leading the Lakers by 6. Couple of aces here for Sydney Dietz, who is at the line for the Tigers. Currently on a 4-point run, and the serve from Dietz, a line drive received by Avery Fire. There's a set by Dibdahl for Osby. Fire plays it. Now the set on the far side tipped, blocked at the net, still alive. Joust off the top of the net, and it's going to be point Tigers. Maddie Grove and Brooklyn Larson battling at the net. That time Grove able to just get that ball pushed over the net, and then it was tipped out of bounds by Minnewaska. So it's 11-4, and their Dietz serve is long, and it's out. And a point for the Lakers with the side out. It's 11-5. Serving for Minnewaska is going to be Noah Beckwith. They don't have the grade listed here for the Minnewaska players. Get a whistle, double hit on the Tigers. Point Lakers. It's 11-6 now. And the serve is going to be received from Marty. Dibdahl sets it, and a whiff by Grove. Dibdahl's set kind of off the mark. And Grove also whiffed on it, so that all goes to a point for the Lakers. It's 11-7 now. Beckwith serves again. Marty receives. Dibdahl has it, sets it near side. Osby tips it over the net where it's played there, and tipped over the net by Larson, and the Lakers get another point. It's 11-8. So the Lakers on a little 4-point run of their own here now, back within 3. And Beckwith serves. Marty receives over to Osby. Bump set far side. Dibdahl with the attack. Dug out in the back row that time by Meyer. Brooklyn Meyer. Tigers control the volley. Grove tips it over the net, but pushed it too far out of bounds. And it's now 11-9. So the Lakers on a 5-point run now. And here's the serve, received by Marty in the back row, kept alive by the Tigers. Can they return volley? They do. Now here's the set, and the attack from Larson, blocked at the net by the Tigers. I think that was Osby. Here's the attack, dug out back row from Marty. Dibdahl dumps it over the net, and returned by the Lakers, but out of bounds. And the Tigers get the point in the side out. (12-9) Morris area. Here's the serve, received by Fire. Free ball over the net. Osby has it to Marty. Sends it to Dibdahl. Tips it over the net. It's barely kept alive there. The attack on the outside is going to be out. Point Tigers. Dacia Fleury that time for the Lakers on the attack, but point Tigers, and they now lead 13-9. And Osby serves again. Played on that back line. Fleury tips it over the net, kept alive by the Tigers. Hodeby that time, and the attack from the back row coming from Osby. It's hit into the net, and it's now 13-10. And coming on for Minnewaska, Addison Kath. Going to the line to serve is going to be Brooklyn Larson. As Larson serves into the net, point Tigers. That's 14-10. Maddie Grove serving for Morris area. There's a set. Larson on the attack, tipped at the net, kept alive here from Dibdahl. And Dibdahl gets the ball sent back to her. She sends a free ball over. Now it's Fleury on the outside of the tip. Played at the net by the Tigers' Harstead. Grove with the attack, out of bounds. And point Lakers. It's 14-11. 14-11, Morris area leading by 3. At the line serving is Haley Shea for the Lakers. Received in the back row from LaBria. Dibdahl sets Marty on the attack, and the kill for Brianna Marty. Tigers get the point, now lead 15-11. serve this time. The Lakers unable to return the serve. It's Brianna Dibdahl at the line. And point Morris-Area now 16-11. Tigers with the lead. Dibdahl with one of the now 5 aces this match for the Tigers. Make it another one. It's going to be 6 aces here in the set for Morris-Area. They lead 17-11. And the serve. And another ace. Minnewaska really struggling on their serve receive right now, and that calls for a timeout from Coach Johnson. And we'll take one as well. Tigers lead the Lakers 18-11 first set. We're back in 1 minute on 95-7.
KKOK. Let's send it back to the Tiger Center with Brett Miller.
All right, thank you, Jason. Back here. The Tiger Center, it's 18-11. Tigers lead. Couple of aces for Brianna Dibdahl, a couple for Sydney Dietz, and one for Brianna Marty, so 5 aces in all. Kill a piece from Marty and Harstead. 18-11, and Dibdahl serving for the Tigers. Tips one off the net and down for a 3rd ace of the night. (19-11) now. Tigers in control here in the first set. There's a set on the outside. That one tacked at the net, tipped. Kept alive by Labria. Now Marty on the attack and kill. And the Tigers rolling here, 22-11. Tacked by Maya Gugasburg for the Lakers. Tipped at the net. Right over to Labria, who set it for Marty. Here's a serve that's going to be out from Brianna Dibdahl. So the Lakers get their side out. It's 22-11 now. Serve is Marty off to the side to Labria. Back to Marty. She returns volley. Here's a set and the attack from Gugasburg, and the attack and kill. So it's now 20-13. There's a serve tipped off the top of the net. Marty plays it to Dibdahl. Back to Marty. On the attack, nice dig that time by Amanda Laurie. Now the attack is going to be out for the Lakers. Point Tigers, it's 21-13. Liv Labria will go to the line now for Morris-Area. And we get a whistle. Another rotation. Mistake by the Lakers, so another point for the Tigers. It's 22-13. The serve is received by Fire. Here's the set on the outside. The attack, and Labria digs it out over to Grove. Grove finds Osby, dumps it over the net. Lakers have it. It's going to be a double hit, though, on the Tigers. And point goes to Minnewaska, so 22-14 now. Good effort there from Morris-Area. Labria dug that out, but kind of went off over towards the student section. Grove plays it here. Marty sets it on the right side, or rather Dibdahl for Marty, and it's blocked at the net, but out of bounds off Minnewaska. And it's going to be game point here, 24-13. I thought it was. I guess it's 23-14. That was number 24 for the Tigers. There they got the 24th point. Now it's going to be game point. Off the serve there. Lakers unable to return volley once again. That's kind of where their struggles have been here in the first set. On the serve receive, Marty. Serve, received, and a free ball over from Fire. Tipped over the net by Dietz, and it's kept alive. Returned by the Lakers. Grove over to Marty. And Osby with the attack and the kill for Cam Osby, and that'll do it. 25-14, Tigers take the first set here from the Tiger Center. And the teams will switch sides and will return in 3 minutes. 3-minute break. You're listening to 95.7 KKOK.
Is there like some sort of ceremony or something?
Nope.
Oh.
Thanks for supporting Morris Area Post Brown.
Number 2.
All right, thank you, Jason. Back here at the Tigers Center. Tigers got a quick first point. They lead 1-0. Second point is going to be determined here in a moment as the Lakers send a free ball over. Dibdahl plays it to Labria. Labria to Marty on the attack. Dug out back row by Larson. Set up, and the attack is going to be dug by Grove that time and dumped over the net. Lakers keep the volley alive, tip it over the net to Dietz. Dietz to Dibdahl, sets it for Marty on the attack, tipped at the net. Larson slides in, digs, and then it's hit over the net that time from Beckwith. Dietz now on the attack and the kill in the back corner for Sid Dietz. And the Tigers lead 2-0. That was a long volley that time. Nice effort both sides. I said they were going to switch sides. They did not. Minnewaska actually never does. So the Lakers typically do not switch sides. Now we get a serve and an ace. And it's going to be 3-0 Liv Labria at the line right now for Morris area. And Labria serves once again into the back row, played there by Larson. And it's going to be a joust at the net. Won by the Lakers. Actually, Marty went up. Nobody contended her. She just tipped it into the net. Minnewaska gets their point. So 3-1, our score. Serving is going to be Brooklyn Meyer. Labria receives to Dibdahl. Dibdahl over to Grove on the attack. And that's going to be a point for the Lakers. And a fortunate one is Brooklyn Meyer actually tried to play that, but just kind of whiffed. And it went right by her and out of bounds. She never touched it. I don't think she intended for that to happen, but this attack here from Dietz, but it's dug out by Haley Shea. There's a set. Dietz on the attack. Nice dig that time by Fire. Sent over. Labria plays it. Here's the set near side. Marty on the attack. Tipped into the net. Kept alive by the Tigers. Now it's Osby on the attack, and it's out. Point Lakers, and we're tied at 3. Our score as Grove receives. Here's a set, tipped over the net, Brianna Marty. There's a set near side for the Lakers, then it's tipped over and hit into the net by Grove, and the Tigers able to return volley somehow off the net. Can the Lakers do the same? They cannot. Tigers hit it into the net twice, and then an awkward angle bump there from Sydney Dietz. Somehow got that one over the net, and the Tigers get the point, and it's 4-3. Brianna Marty now serving. And an ace for Marty. Tigers serving on point. Lakers serve receive not so much. That was really the big difference in the first set of the night. And here's the serve here, played by Fire. Sent over the net. Labria plays. Dibdahl to Osby, tips it over the net, kept alive there on a nice dig from Maya Gugasberg. And then it's sent over the net and too deep and out of bounds. By Minnewaska, it's now 6-3. Tigers with the lead. Dibdahl plays to Labria. Grove sends it over, and that one's off Fire and out of bounds, so another point for the Tigers. And Maddie Grove gets the point this time. Believe it or not, it's Maddie Grove's first kill of the night. Second on the team to Cam Osby. Marty on the attack or the serve, and that one's going to be out. Point for the Lakers. 7-4 our score. To the line to serve is going to be Grace Zank for the Lakers. Marty receives over to Dibdahl, and a Grove. Free ball is over. Lakers control the volley, set at the net, the attack, and it's kept alive by the Tigers, and it's blocked at the net. Tigers still control volley there. They finally get over the net. It's blocked by Larson, who's now set. Her attack, back row, dug out by Dibdahl. And a free ball over from Osby. Now the attack blocked at the net, Dietz. Another attempt here, tipped over by Larson, and finally the Lakers get the point. Good defense here from the Tigers, but Lakers kept trying, eventually get it. Seven to 5, Tigers with the lead as Dietz hits it into the net. Point for the Lakers at 7-6. 7-6, Labria receives over to Dibdahl. Dibdahl sets for Grove. Nice dig in the back row for the Lakers as they return volley here. That coming from Brooklyn Meyer. And then tipped into the net by Osby. Point for the Lakers. We're tied at 7. 7-7, all knotted up. Here's second set tonight from the Tiger Center. Morris Erie takes the first one, 25-14. There's a serve received from Labria. Dibdahl over to Grove, hits it into the net. And it's 7-8. Lakers take the lead. Timeout on the floor for Coach Schrader, and the Tigers will take one as well. 1 minute break. You're listening to West Central Conference Volleyball. This is 95.7 KKOK.
Send it back to the action at the Tigers Center. Here's Brett Miller.
All right, thank you, Jason. Back here at the Tiger Center. Lakers have taken a 8-7 lead here, second set. Serving for Minnewaska is Grace Zenk. Grove dumps it over the net. Fire plays it. There's a set, and the attack on the outside tipped. We get a whistle point for the Lakers. Line violation on the Tigers. And that's 9-7 Minnewaska. Attack on that left side coming from Amanda Laurie. Zenk serves. Marty receives. Dibdahl over to Grove. Dumps it over the net. Lakers have it here. It's the attack from Larson and the attack and kill. Haley Shea with the assist. Lakers now lead 10-7 here in the second set as Dietz with the attack, dug out in the back row that time by Brooklyn Meyer. There's a set. Dietz again on the attack, hits it into the net, set up from Dibdahl, and now it's 11-7 Minnewaska here in set number 2. And I want to say that's 7 in a row here for the Lakers. Zenk still at the line. Labria receives. Dibdahl has it. Sets it for Osby, and her attack's out. It's 12-7. 12-7 Minnewaska with a 5-point lead. Second set from the Tiger Center. And here's the serve. Labria receives over to Dibdahl. Dibdahl sets for Dietz. Whistle, point Tigers. And a line violation on Minnewaska this time. Well, there's a side out the Tigers were looking for, but a nice run from Minnewaska as they get 8 straight points. Have a 12-8 lead. Dietz serving. Fire receives. Here's the set near side, and the attack tipped at the net. Marty over to Dibdahl. Sets it. Osby on the attack. That's out. And it's 13-8. Dietz will go to the bench. Bailey Hodevy is in. And to the line to serve is going to be Laurie for the Lakers. Serve received here by Hodevy. Now it's Osby on the attack and kill. There, Cam got one down. Last couple have gone too far. So it's 13-9. Osby serves into the net, and the Lakers get the point right back. 14-9, Minnewaska. Here in set number 2. And the serve received. Dumped over the net by Dibdahl, back behind her head. And a point for the Tigers. Pretty nifty play there from Brianna Dibdahl. Had her back kind of to the net. Everyone thought she was going to set up a teammate there. She just jumped it over the net. Kind of caught the defense sleeping. 14-10, Lakers by 4. Dibdahl sets for Marty on the attack. It's going to be dug out by Larson. Now Shea sets up for Fire. Her attack dug out by Labria. Marty set up again on the attack. Larson again digs one out. Tigers' turn as Marty sends it on over again. Lakers dig that one out. And then it's hit into the net by Addison Kapp. Well, it's 14-11 now. Lakers by 3. Maddie Grove serving. Grove with the line drive, and it's going to be an ace for Grove. And that serve receive continues to be a problem here for Minnewaska. I would love to give the Tigers all the credit in the world, but really I think it's more on the serve receive here tonight for the Lakers, just not receiving well and getting off good passes to their teammates. There they receive one, return volley here. Marty tips it over the net. There's a set far side. Dacia Fleury on the attack. Grove keeps it alive, and the Tigers able to return volley. Very luckily on a scramble. A control volley once again, and Marty will send it over. Fire. Guggisberg dumped over the net that time from Shea. Now Dibdahl sets it at the net. Harsted's attack is dug out. Fleury sends it over. Marty plays it. Dibdahl sets it for Marty. Tips it over the net. Played by the Lakers. Fleury on the attack. Played in the back row from Labria. Hodavi. And Marty into the net. Point Lakers on a long volley, and it's 15-12 Minnewaska. (15-12). And the serve is going to be out of bounds. Haley Shea on the serve that time. Well, it's 15-13 now. Lakers by 2 here in the second set. And Brianna Dibdahl will step to the line. Dibdahl serves. It's kept alive here. The attack, Marty able to dig that one out over to Dibdahl, back to Brianna. She sends it over where Fire plays it. Now Fleury on the attack into the net. It's 15-14. Tigers down 1 now. (15-14) the serve from Brianna Dibdahl. And a free ball is sent over here from Guggisberg. Dibdahl sets for Dietz, tips it over the net, and a point for Sydney Dietz. Tied at 15, timeout on the floor for Coach Johnson and the Lakers, and we'll take one as well. Set 2, tied at 15, back in 1 minute. This is 95-7 KKOK. At the Tigers Center, tied up at 15 now. Lakers had a nice 8-point run. They were up 12-8, but the Tigers have kind of chipped away and able to match Minnewaska now with Brianna Dibdahl at the line serving. My right to left. Larson receives. Shea sets. Guggisberg on the attack. Hit into the net. Point Tigers. Morris area back out in front now, 16-5. Dibdahl serves once again. Line drive. Not received real well, and it turns into a point for the Tigers once again. Edison Kath that time was able to get a pass off to a teammate, but Shea had to dive just to receive it, and she kind of hit it off to the side. Now Shea sets here for Guggisberg on the attack. That hit is long. It's out of bounds, and the Tigers flip the switch on the Lakers here, now leading to 18-15. Dibdahl serves. Kath receives. And whistle. I think we're going to get a double hit here on Minnewaska. It's 19-15 now. Dibdell serves once again. Line drive over to Larson, to Shea, back to Larson on the attack, hit into the net. 20-15, Morris area. 8-point swing of their own here for the Tigers. Dibdell still at the line. Anna's pretty much done a little bit of everything for the Tigers this year. There's a set for Guggisberg on the attack, dug out in the back row from Labria. And a free ball over from Dietz. Larson over to Shea, sets it, and just sending the free ball over is Guggisberg. Labria plays it to Harstead, who sets it for Marty, tipped at the net, played by Fear. Now set for Fleury, and her attack is out of bounds. Another point for the Tigers, it's 21-15, and another timeout for Minnewaska. We'll take one as well. Back in a minute, you're listening to West Central Conference Volleyball on 95.7. Jason back here at the Tigers Center, 21-15. Tigers leading. We're in set number 2. Tigers rolling right now, 9 straight points as Guggisberg is set. She's blocked at the net by Dietz. Now Larson on the attack, rolled off the top of the net and down for a point for Brooklyn Larson. And a long-awaited side out there for Minnewaska. And it's 21-16 now. And it's going to be Fear at the line serving. Marty receives. Dibdall dumps it over the net. Guggisberg plays back to Larson. And Shea over the net. Free ball to Labria. Dibdall sets. Dietz on the attack. Back corners out. And the Lakers get the point. It's 21-17. Fear serves once again. Marty to Sanisak. Over to Fear. Now Shea sets it. We get a whistle, point Tigers. Double hit on the set that time, and it's 22-17 Tigers. Yeah, Liv Labria will go to the line and serve. And Labria's serve received by Larson. Here's the set and the attack, and that's going to be out. Mandalori on the attack, left side. 23-17, Tigers by 6 here in the second set. And Labria serves once again. Shea will set, dumped over the net by the Lakers, played off the net by Marty. Now Marty is set in her attack. Spins one over to Larson. Tipped over the net that time from Laurie. Marty tips it on over. Shea plays to Fear. Back to Laurie. Kind of almost mishit, but was able to get it over the net. Lakers send a free ball over to Sanisak in the back row. Dibdall, the Dietz, tips it over, and that's down for a point. Now it's game point, 24-17. Labria with the serve, line drive, and an ace. And that'll do it for set number 2. The Tigers win at 25-16. And they now lead 2 sets to nothing. 25-14, 25-16. Tigers go for the sweep when we return. Don't go anywhere. We're back in 3 minutes on 95.7.
everybody. We have a winning split the pot ticket. The winning ticket has been drawn.
Tigers center. Tigers got the first point, Lakers the next two, so 2-1 lead here for Minnewaska. As Labria sends one over, Larson plays in the back row. Shea sets it for Fear. Her attack tipped up in the air by Brianna Dibdahl. And a free ball over from Marty. Shea, pass to her. Couldn't quite get up and reach that, tipped it back into the net, but point Tigers, and it's now 2-2. Third set here, Tigers going for the sweep. 25-14, 25-16. Labria serving here for Morris area. Fear receives. Shea has it, sets it. Ori on the outside, the attack and kill. And Lori. And the Lakers lead 3-2. And the serve is into the net. Service here from Brooklyn Meyer, and we're tied up at 3 once again. Well, Minnewaska winner in girls tennis over the Tigers today by a 6-1 final. So the Lakers get the win there. Tigers trying to even the score here for their classmates. That one's tipped over the net by Sydney Dietz. And the Tigers take a 4-3 lead. And we're hoping both schools are winners in swimming and diving, of course. They're the co-opt Gators. Service error here on the Tigers. We're tied at 4. Serve from Grace Zank received by Marty. Here's a set from Maddie Grove, and nice dig in the back row that time from Meyer, but Lakers unable to return volley. Tigers get the point and now lead 5-4. Sydney Dietz serving. Line drive, Fear receives, returns it, spiked at the net, and a point for Brandon Dibdahl. It's 6-4 Tigers. There's the serve received, and another ace for the Tigers. Hit back and out of bounds by Brooklyn Larson. Sid Dietz on the serve once again. And Sydney now, I can find her on my stat sheet here. I think she's got 3 aces. And I believe she leads the team with about 6 kills. There's a point for the Lakers, though. It's now 7-5. So the Lakers get their side out, and going to serve is going to be Lori. And Amanda Lori serves. Dibdall Labria rather. Dibdall dumps it over the net. Shea will set it. Flurries, attack, tipped at the net, kept alive by Grove. To Osby, back to Labria, and returns volley here. Larson to Shea, back to Larson, hits it into the net, plays it off the net. 4 hits on Minnewaska, point Tigers. And it's 8-5, Morris area. Labria will go to the bench as Kaylee Harstead checks in. Osby serves. Shea blocked at the net by Harstead. Joust at the net, and Kaylee Harstead got up and denies it. And the Tigers now lead 9-5. The ball is hit out by Minnewaska, so that's going to be a timeout for Coach Johnson. 10-5, it's Morris area on top. Third set here, Tigers going for the sweep. We're back in 1 minute. This is 95-7 KKOK. Leading the Lakers 25-14, 25-16 in the first 2 sets of the night. And it's Osby serving, my right to left. And here's Daisha Fleury on the attack, and that one's going to be hit out. It's now 11-5 Tigers. Osby serves once again, received in the back row. And the pass up towards the front. Nobody goes and gets it. A little miscommunication there. Received by Grace Zenk. And passed up towards the front of the net, and nobody came up and received the pass. So point for the Tigers, 12-5. And now this one's hit into the net. Another point for the Tigers. So we get 4 hits on Minnewaska, 13-5 now. Tigers running away with this one here in this third set. Fear receives over to Shea. Here's Daisha Fleury on the attack. That one's going to be out. The Tigers continue to pile on here. 14-5. Free ball sent over from Minnewaska. Hodavi has it to Dibdall. Sets it for Harstead, hit it into the net, and it's 14-6. Larson serves for the Lakers. Received by Labria in the back row. Over to Marty, and a free ball is over from Dibdall. Shea has it, sets it in the middle. The attack, that is out. Point Tigers, and it's 15-6. And the Morris student section gives a little words of encouragement for the Lakers. Dibdall dumps it over the net here. There's a set, pushed back to Larson on the attack. Labria digs out back row. Marty comes up, tips it over the net, played by Fear. Now here's Dacia Fleury on the attack. Marty is there. Marty now set for the attack, hits, rolls one off the top of the net, tipped it over, it's out, point Lakers, and it's 15-7. Here's the serve received by Labria and tipped over the net by the Tigers. It's going to be down for a point. 16-7. Dibdahl serving for Morris area. Line drive serve. Fear receives. Over to Larson. Sends it high in the air, and then a free ball over from Shea. Labria comes up, plays it to Dibdahl, sets it for Marty on the attack. She hits it into the net. Point Lakers 16-8. And it's going to be Avery Fear serving for Minnewaska. Fear, the libero, wearing the black jersey, top and shorts with the blue numbering and lettering trimmed in white. There's the attack and the kill for the Tigers after the receive. Set on the outside that time. Kaylee Harstead with the kill from Morris area. And it's 17-8. Morris area, Chicago Alberta Tigers inching closer here to their second win of the season. So Labria serves it over. Fear receives. Shea sets it. Larson sends it on over. Played by Dibdahl to Labria. Now near side. Marty tips it over to the Fair. Shea sets it on the outside. Laurie on the attack. Labria digs into the net. Played off the net by Dibdahl and over the net from Marty. Now Shea sets it. Here's the attack. Hit into the net from Guggisburg. Point Tigers. And it's 18-8. Tigers up 10 here in the third set. Swept Benson here a week ago. Just got to play at home on Tuesday nights, apparently, if you're the Tigers. It's a free ball sent over from Sanisak. Shea sets it here for Guggisburg on the attack. Labria digs. And a pass over to Marty on the outside. It's blocked at the net, kept alive on the rebound by the Tigers. Marty again on the attack and the kill. And it's 19-8. 19-8. Brianna Marty on the attack and kill that time. Lakers set it outside, tipped over the net. Marty has it over to Dibdahl. Now Osby's attack, can't get it quite over the net. Point Lakers. And it's 19-9. Serving on the near side is Brooklyn Meyer. Her serve received by Marty. Now the attack at the net from Sydney Dietz. And Sydney Dietz with the attack and kill. And that'll send Brianna Marty to the line for Morris area. Tigers up 20-9. Morris area next in action on Thursday. They will host Paynesville here at the Tiger Center. The Lakers, meanwhile, going to travel to Montevideo on Thursday, then into Benson next Monday. Tigers a week from tonight will be in Sauk Center to face the Main Streeters. Free ball over from the Lakers as Labria receives over to Dibdahl, sets it for Dietz. Rolls one over the net, played by Shea, and now dumped over, into the net that time. Amanda Laurie. 21-9 our score. Tigers well on their way to their second victory, but we get a timeout from Coach Michelle Johnson first, so that means we'll take one as well. 1 minute break. You're listening to West Central Conference Volleyball. This is 95.7.
Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock.
All righty, thank you, Jason. Back here at the Tigers Center, Brianna Marty will send the serve on over, 21-9. Tigers with the lead, looking for the sweep here in set number 3. Dibdall sets for Dietz, and the attack is out. Point Lakers 21-10 now. And going to the line to serve is going to be Grace Zank. Zank serves. Marty receives over to Dibdall. Dibdall sets it for Grove here near side. The attack and kill. Maddie Grove, 22-10. Lakers control the volley. Larson on the attack, hits it into the net. Fear keeps it alive, and Shea sends a free ball over to Marty. Dibdall has it, sets for Osby. She tips it on over. They tip it on back. Kept alive by the Tigers as Dibdall sends a free ball over. Fear to Shea. Shea sets it. Larson blocked at the net by Maddie Grove. And the Tigers inch a little bit closer now. 23-10 our score. Lakers set it for Larson, tips it over the net, kept alive, and we get a whistle. Point for Minnewaska, double hit on Grove, makes it 23-11 now. And the serve receive here from Whitney Bruns. Haven't seen Bruns out there quite as much as we typically do here tonight. Dibdall has it, sets it for Grove. Her attack rolls over the net. The Lakers able to return volley, though, on their third hit. Now here's Osby. That one's rolled over the net, kept alive, and dumped over the net by the Lakers. Grove to Dibdall, pushes into the back corner, kept alive by the Lakers, and Shade tips it over to Bruns. Bruns to Dibdall to Labria, hits it into the net, 23-12. Tigers lead is cut to 11. Coming up in the post game, we will take a look at some of the stats and name a player of the game, send you on your way for this Tuesday night. We'll prep sports on the airwaves tomorrow. Here's an attack and kill from Maddie Grove. And now it's match point. Match point here, Tigers. We're going to pick up win number 2. The serve received. Shea sets it, dumped over the net from Larson. Dibdall to Harstead. Grove tips it over the net. Larson plays over to Shea. And Fear sends a free ball over to Bruns. Dibdall near side. Grove on the attack, tipped high in the air, played by the Lakers. Fear over to Fleury. And Fleury didn't get all of that, but that's all right. She found a spot right in the middle of the floor. No Tigers could get to it. Point Lakers. And it's 24-13. Larson serves for Minnewaska. Saved by Labria. Dibdall sets it. Grove near side. The attack is out. It's 24-14. Serve received from Liv Labria. Labria attacks at 24-50. Now, for those of you tuned in a week ago, Tigers were up 2-0 on Benson. They led 24-12. Benson scored 9 straight, to make things really interesting. The Lakers have scored 3 in a row. And make it 4 in a row as it's 24-16. So, Tigers similar to last Tuesday, just having a tough time closing out here, getting that last point. Larson serves, Marty receives, Dibdall sets it, Grove the attack and kill, that'll do it. Tigers win it 25-16 and they get the sweep of their rivals here on homecoming week on the home floor. 25-14, 25-16, 25-16. Tigers win it. Post game when we return, you're listening to 95.7 KKOK. Back in 2 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, King Cole Wendy is in the house. Congratulations, King Cole.